Welcome to this journey through Between Grace and Glory. This album is more than music. It's a powerful story of transformation. We'll explore Malik Jordan's spiritual and psychological evolution, tracing how his journey from darkness to light unfolds. The music serves as his testimony, revealing the profound changes that happen between grace and glory. Let's dive into this compelling narrative together. True freedom isn't about physical gates opening. It starts deep inside. Malik's story shows us that even behind bars, the search for meaning and hope begins long before release. The bars and sentences remain, but the real journey is internal. What began as curiosity inside confinement grew into a strong conviction, proving that freedom is first a spiritual and psychological breakthrough. Silence, surprisingly, became the place where salvation took root for Malik. In solitude, he discovered grace that survived even when he felt undeserving. He learned to trust God's timing, realizing that early release wouldn't have changed his heart. And through unseen prayers and quiet refuge in the prison library and chapel, he found strength beyond himself. This shows how isolation can become a powerful setting for profound spiritual growth. At a critical point, Malik had to confront the weight of who he was when he entered prison. Exhausted and weak, he sang "Carry Me Through," expressing the struggle to keep faith amid hardship. Then came a turning point, "The Weight We Carry," where he stopped blaming his past and took ownership of his actions and pain. This transition, symbolized by the glowing arrow, marks the difficult but necessary step of accountability and transformation. Healing isn't about forgetting wounds. It's about letting scars tell their story. Malik's journey moves from concealing pain in silence and guilt to embracing scars as evidence of survival and victory. These scars become a voice, singing not of failure but of endurance and testimony. This shift highlights how past trauma transforms into strength, turning wounds into powerful reminders of growth and healing. An important dynamic in Malik's transformation is the role of a relationship that tests his faith. His faith was built quietly in prison, grounded in reflection and scripture. But Lena's love became the real-world challenge, demanding honesty, sacrifice, and patience. Their overlapping space is the proof, where faith is tested and lived out. This shows how true transformation must withstand the pressures of real life, not just internal belief. Prison acted as a furnace for Malik's internal reconstruction. The intense pressures, walls, time, isolation, consequences, became tools of refinement, not despair. Like gold purified by fire, he realized redemption is received, not earned, and that mercy was pursuing him all along. This fiery process reshaped him fundamentally, proving that external hardship can ignite profound spiritual growth and transformation. The transformation matrix lays out the stark contrast between who Malik was when he entered prison and who he became. Pride and ego gave way to purpose and faith. Running from pain shifted to owning scars as testimony. Grace moved from a distant idea to a rebuilding force. And his state of being evolved from reactive anger to reflective accountability and spiritual freedom. This matrix captures the essence of his profound inner change. Freedom, again, is shown as beginning well before physical release. Malik's journey through Hold On, Still We Rise, and The Long Way Home reveals stages of enduring love, shared redemption, and spiritual arrival. The ultimate insight is that home is no longer a place, but peace with God. This reframes freedom as an internal state, where the journey itself becomes part of the blessing and transformation. The architecture of a liberated mind shows how Malik's spiritual elevation grew over time, despite the unchanging physical reality of prison. His trajectory, driven by conviction, forgiveness, and purpose, climbed steadily upward, escaping the constraints of bars and sentences. This illustrates that true freedom is a mental and spiritual ascent, independent of external circumstances, highlighting the power of inner transformation. The greatest miracle in Malik's story is the profound change within him, despite the enduring reality of prison bars and sentences. His salvation unfolded in an unlikely place, proving that while consequences remain, the man himself was transformed. This powerful conclusion reminds us that the deepest victory is internal, and the album serves as a guide through this remarkable journey from grace to glory.